In this video we're going to be playing What Remains of Edith Finch, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's quite an emotional game. You're the last person alive in your family and you're trying to find out why. As always, if you like the video, do subscribe to my YouTube, do follow my Twitch, which is down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is super peaceful, by the way.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
So as far as I'm aware, this game isn't spooky, so I'm not scared.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That's a cool house.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
The animations and interactions are kind of like before your eyes.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh shit.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, this game's already quite sad. Damn. I'm not ready for this. Okay,
I
I'm
wouldn't
guessing.
have driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
So I'm not gonna lie, it's quite ominous already. I know it's not like a spooky or horror game. But obviously if you're like the only person alive in your family, it's quite daunting.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, you don't open the garage? Wind chimes. I'm assuming you go in through this door. Or the cat flap.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
The memories that remain here. The memories that made here. I'm not gonna lie, I've been in those situations before when you go back to a place that you haven't been in years and things have changed and stuff, so I kind of get the game.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Everything just seems so
But
still.
instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Damn, that's quite sad.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Was that a train I heard?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
There's foam around the door and it's locked. I don't think you can enter from here. Alright, I'll go upstairs in a second. I just want to explore this part of the house.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I don't think I have a key.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement.
I did.
So I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Alright, cool. I'm pretty sure we can probably find it somewhere in the house. I'm not gonna lie, they probably could have made this into a horror game if they really wanted to, but I'm glad they didn't. All you have to do is come in the middle of the night, have some spooky sounds, have some shadows that shouldn't be there moving around the house. Alright, nothing to explore here, I don't think.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Oh shit. Oh, that's red wine. Okay, that sound behind me was super spooky. Is that a boat?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
I need to get some water.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Kinda like what you saw in the Hitman games.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda spooked out by this thing in the middle. Is that Beauty and the Beast thing? On the left. From 1944 to 1960, she died when she was 16. Or the bedroom was around for 16 years. Okay, there's more Okay, that's the attic, I assume.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, it's the Bigfoot thing. And then 3 peepholes to look through.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
The floor of this bathroom is quite weird. Let's exit out of that. Okay, this room you can actually enter.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
This is the key to the diary. Oh, it is.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, that is so cool.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
I think we're crawling at the moment.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
This would be a cool room to have, though. Don't know how big it would be in real life. Maybe like a secret setup room or something.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
The gerbil was living its best life.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Okay, that sound was kind of creepy. I think it's coming from the ocean.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Kind of weird how they've locked the room. What if there's a fire? Oh, you're super small as well.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night.
Is this what killed her?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Wait, what?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
This is a pretty good cat simulator.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
I think I'm going the right way.
I jumped and I almost got her.
What's that sound?
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Okay, you can't jump that high, so we have to go up here.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
It's kind of cool, but kind of trippy at the same time.
Rabbits.
Can you fly down? Oh, we're meant to fly down, okay.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
2 rabbits? This is so fun, by the way. You can't control it with your mouse, you don't control it with your keyboard.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh, spacebar. We're so close to the water. Oh, I thought that was water down below. I don't know what's happened.
I rolled off a cliff
Oh.
and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
So do I. I feel so bad.
Flipper, and it tasted really good.
Damn, that poor seal.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What are we now? Snake? It's kind of creepy.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
An octopus?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
I love this game. Yeah, I missed the stairs.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
So how do you get to this guy? You go left? I keep missing the stairs. Sorry, sir. If I can see. What's happening? Okay.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. Across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I got closer and closer.
We're back into our run. Do you go near the light?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Saving. Okay, that was quite sad because obviously she let her imagination go wild because she was super hungry. What got me was her having to eat toothpaste.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
And then you have the octopus toy. Okay. It's not locked anymore. What if you go down here? No, you can't. Let's see the tree branch? Nah.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
It seems so clustered and crowded.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragging these nuts.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Okay, yeah, there's more to explore, so I'm just gonna do that before I exit the room.
Her room was like a museum.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
That's quite sad.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
A whole house on a boat?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
I mean, what did he expect?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Yeah, it goes back to the start. Do you press escape? How did I leave this? I'm pressing S. Okay, alright.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, anything else I can interact with? No. Does this lead to the outside or bathroom? The bathroom, okay. The carpet's super weird. You don't have a carpet on the bathroom. Why is that fogged out?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That rhymed. Oh, what? That was actually quite cool.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
I'm a big fan of secret rooms and secret entrances. Okay, this is absolutely tiny. Fort Calvin. Oh, I thought there was an upstairs.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Oh, that's super cool. This is super cool.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Imagine if you had this as a kid.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
This was the swing we saw in the
My
trailer.
brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Okay, this is messing with my mind.
Dinner's ready.
With my head.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Whee!
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh shit.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Ooh, is this the one where something happens? Oh shit.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Okay, is that like a euphemism or analogy for suicide?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
11 years old. This part of the room's super cool. Imagine having this as a kid. Like your own secret hideout in your room.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, they shared a room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Fort Sam, Fort Calvin. Seems like a secret entrance. That was cool. Damn.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
This spooked me out. This Bigfoot. This creeped me out before, and this still creeps me out. The eyes, I think it's the eyes that creep me out.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Do I do something? Yeah.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Okay, this is spooky. I'm getting chills. No, not the music. Not the music. Can I hit you?
Relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay, so you're reading a comic book and you're playing the game through the comic book, which I think is quite interesting. Do I go? No, I don't go up there. It's kind of spooky though. Well, this part is anyway. Oh, what the f- that scared the crap out of me. Hiya.
Walter, are you there?
Can I not turn left?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Fuck you.
And he really was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
So that whole story is kind of trippy. So you don't know what's real and what's not, but
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.